Hello, everybody. I hope you are doing well. Yeah, I started a bit late tonight, so sorry about that. But it just
Did you
ended up.
start? Did you start the show with the outro?
Yeah, but no, actually, I clicked on video intro because it was a
But
short one made for video
it,
intros
oh,
by
I thought it was
accident,
playing the
and I
outro.
started replaying. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Oh man. But but yeah, it's good to see you, PJ. Hope you're doing well. How was your day?
Yeah, not too bad. I had a lazy day. I'm sitting rewatching all the old, not the old Doctor Who's. I'll go back. I'll go to the 1963 classic Doctor Who's later. I'm watching all the Doctor Who's from 2005 up to date now. I've done it before, so I'll do it again.
So you
But
see.
with the classic Doctor Who's, the 63 to 1996, that took me about a year to watch last time.
So
So yeah, I
so
started that.
just
And obviously
watch.
I watched your video today, which was a good video with the Christopher Enoch one. Brilliant video.
Yeah, I hope he does reply to it though. Um,
Yeah,
but
that'd be great.
just as make sure you don't watch too much Doctor Who that you start running to phone booths and thinking you're gonna teleport through time.
I remember the last time I watched Doctor Who to this extent, I was dreaming about going into space and all that. You know what I mean? And that was me as a flat earther. So yeah, we do have fantasies as well, Globos.
But Doctor Who's an awesome show though. I
Yeah,
like this
brilliant, brilliant.
series.
Yeah, yeah.
So guys, I do have it on tonight's about Dave McKeegan on his latest video where he's trying to debunk the debunks of the ISS. I haven't really watched it right through, so it's going to be interesting to see what he presents. I just thought it'll be fun. I mean, he usually does make up sort of seem like good arguments, but it usually gets when you get down to the brass tacks, it's actually nonsense. So I thought it'll
Yeah.
be interesting to tackle. I hope this sounds okay tonight, guys. My voice is still a bit not hundreds, as you guys can tell. So yeah, let's see. 72 votes. Dave just makes excuses for his religion. Yes, he has no choice, 24%. And no, just no, 76%. I've got a lot of
Wow.
Globers in tonight, it seems then.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So who do we have in? We've got PJ Cruikshank, obviously. The Shankinator's always here. Uh, Unfortunately, Michael's going to be late or can't make it tonight because he took his wife to the doctor. Hope she gets better soon. Sean Hawkins is here, as always, the stalkers. Jimmy J, how you doing? 944. Bergen Frestel. Moomin Rider, hey mate, good to see you. William Brackley, always great to see you, mate. Bashon is a really Bashon, it's good to see you. Fusion Star, great to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Into the break, hey hey. M Week, Moxie, better than gold. Hey man, great to see you again. Schmidt Jamal, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. And Jimmy J, Face Reality, awesome to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. And then Peaceful Warrior already sends his £2 super chat for You're a Green Screen Harry. Thank you. Thank you very much for the support, Peaceful Warrior. Really, really appreciate it. I also can't wait to get the green screen to get rid of this damn couch. Look.
I think Peaceful Warriors single-handedly got paid for that green screen, you
Yeah,
know?
the way he's going on is going to be that way. Really, really appreciate the support, guys. So yeah, I think if you guys haven't already, please do go watch the video I posted today about Christopher Enoch. Obviously, it's not for the atheists because I mean it's got to do with the Hebrew language and the Bible and cosmology. It was just a quick one. I could have made it much longer, but I think it got to the point. So yeah, let's get to it. Debunking Flat Earthers' Fake ISS. What do you think is going to be presented here, though? How do you think is going to be debunking debunks of the ISS?
The transition of the ISS past the moon and that pretty much probably a little bit like Bob did when we watched Bob. Was it yesterday? Day
Oh
before?
yeah. Yes, when we watched the first part of his ISS.
Probably not as scientifically open quotes and close quotes. You know what I mean? As Bob, but probably along that line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what he's going to say.
Hello everyone, hope you're all
Hello.
doing well and thank you for joining us for another video. Today we're looking into
Ben and Gold says, thank you for the Hebrew lesson earlier. Good presentation. I'm glad I'm not the one to teach Hebrew though. Although I don't know a little bit, but I mean I don't know too much. But
It was a good video. It was a good video.
as long as I got the information correct out there to you guys, I did try and make it as concise as I possibly could.
Absolutely.
But yeah, okay, back to this guy.
It claims that the video footage from the International Space Station is all just CGI, green screens and wire harnesses. And I have to actually thank one of my Patreon backers for this, because they messaged me recently as they're skeptical about NASA and wondered if I'd be prepared to make a video tackling some of the examples that they'd found online of video footage that conspiracy theorists say is proof the ISS is being fake.
Speaking of Patreons, I just want to say thank you again to all my Patreon supporters. I don't give you guys enough thank you. You guys do support me every month, and you're behind the scenes helping as well. So thank you guys for being Patreon supporters, as it does really help me. And all the people that also help with PayPal. I mean, PJ, you also do this a lot, and I know Blue Pill as well.
That's cool.
I really appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome. So yeah, I just have to say my appreciation. Thank you very much.
I just realised that I said when the ISS transitions the moon. I think that sounds a little bit like going from one sex to another. I meant a bit like kind of transits more.
How dare you? Are you against the moon's pronouns?
So they sent me 6 clips, and here we are. Now the first clip comes from Level Earth Observer.
Oh, woohoo!
Now this is footage from on board the space shuttle.
Guys, if you haven't already, do go to Leo, Level Earth Observer. If you haven't subscribed, definitely well worth it. Does really awesome work showing how rubbish the ISS and NASA fakery is. So
yeah.
I'm interested to see what kind of fakery he's going to pick up here.
As it approaches the ISS, and Level Earth Observer believes he's found proof that the ISS is in fact a CGI overlay.
Yeah. Okay.
Our pal here is going to look out the window, supposedly at the International Space Station, and just like before in a previous clip which we looked at, the special effects department are going to let down all these space fantasists by layering in the space station inside, yet again, the windowsill of the space shuttle. In all its slow motion glory.
I remember watching this. Damn fake. Very, very fake. FE Nation, good to see you. Television, good to see you. Yeah. He is just probably, I mean, I don't think he's even going to talk about the gas laws and natural violation, because, well, look what he's starting off with, and yeah.
How do they explain that? I mean, for lack of a better words, the wings are inside the seal of the window. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what his argument is to this. But look how fake it is.
The wings.
But just look how fake that is. I mean, man. But we're going to see now what it says. Hey, Derek Nelson, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. It should be interesting to see how he tries to wiggle his way out of this.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a terrible error, yet again, by the special effects department at NASA, as they layered in their space station inside the windowsill of the space shuttle.
So he's claiming that the ISS is being overlaid and that it's incorrectly overlaid over parts of the window frame.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It actually looks like it's halfway. It looks like it's like going through the window, like it's halfway in, halfway out.
This usually happens when they use the plating, and they got the angle wrong, and then it just bleeds over it. So yeah, hey Alan, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. So yeah, I don't know what his issue is about this.
And to be fair, at first glance, it's easy to see why he might think that. Now, from the footage in his video, it shows that the space shuttle in question is the Endeavour, and they mentioned that one of the astronauts on board is Doug Hurley, who only ever flew on Endeavour on STS-127. So presumably that's the mission in question here. Now, I was actually able to find some photos taken from that same mission, one of which happened to be a view of the ISS through the window of the shuttle in.
Do you think we can pick that further up? S127. I'm going to try to pick it up. There we go. Bring in this exact site, remember? Yeah. Nice. Let's get the higher resolution. Okay, so this is the one he's showing. Let's see what he first says about it, then we'll go through it ourselves.
In the same manner as in the video. And comparing the still image to the video footage, we can see that the dark black strip in the video is not actually part of the physical window.
Whoa. Does that look anything like that?
That is completely. It looks like a different ISS completely.
What the bloody hell are we looking at?
Two different pictures altogether. Images.
Guys, do you guys have any idea what the hell this is supposed to be the same thing? This is supposed to be a photo, and this is supposed to be a video.
And that's not even the same thing, is it?
That's
It
insane.
doesn't matter how you. If it doesn't matter how you turn that around, it's not the same thing, is it?
Everything, even the panels are different. They're laid out different. The structure's laid out different. Jolly man, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Just that alone tells you that something's off. That's a huge red flag. If you see not even the video and the photo are lining up with each other, that they look the same.
I'm not sure how it works, but would you have condensation in the ISS?
Maybe because this is supposed to be underwater. You got air bubbles stuck to the window. You know, like if people go with submarine, scuba tanks. You know those subs that do deep sea diving. With if they're at a certain depth, the air bubbles stick to the outside of the window panes.
Yeah.
Sort of like showing it would be underwater. So in other words, they're in a submersible underwater, just like they would be in training in Houston in their buoyancy lab. Weird, eh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So McKeegan, already starting off really poorly here. This photo doesn't look anything like the video, no matter how you turn it. We can even try and rotate it, but rotating it won't change it. It still doesn't look anything the same. Hey Red Hen, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. And Coral Apple.
If you turned the one on the left, if you turned it upside down
It's still
and
gonna
pulled
look
the
like
panel
that.
to the side, it might look similar. And,
Not
you
even
know what I mean?
close. I mean, look at this. Even if you had to do this at 180, look at it. Just doesn't make sense. The panels as well doesn't add up.
No.
What's this? Like a like a fish guy that's upside down or something. Looks like eyes and a fish mouth. Okay, but I don't know. We're gonna see what he's trying to get with his argument, but so far it just doesn't look right.
No.
Let's zoom in a bit and look. This one's not going through the window pane.
No.
But even this, it looks like it's sort of plonked on there.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the panels on the left-hand side of it look.
This is
terrible.
bleeding. It's even bleeding through here. Check there.
Oh yeah.
I want to try
yeah.
save this image so we can go through it more. This is interesting. Does this look real to you? Look at that.
It doesn't.
It's also kind of bleeding through there, like a bit of diffraction, obviously. But I mean, you know this little black thing. I know it's got tiles on the outside. Why would it still show through the tiles though? And it's see-through. Look at that. The tiles are see-through, but that could be reflection. But that's like perfectly reflection see-through. That's not like just normal reflection see-through.
It still looks like an Airfix model.
Yeah, this doesn't look right. Look at this. The one peeling bad there. Oh man, like that's trying to make it look real now. I don't know. There's just too much wrong with this. And what's with all the bleeding of the blue screen? I mean, that means it's a blue screen Airfix mod. Check at this. All that blue screen bleeding.
Mm.
And now this is the high res, guys, so you can't say compression or anything.
Mm.
That's blue screen bleeding, because that means this was an FX model taken behind, in front of a blue screen. And this real photo they took here is probably inside the capsule under the buoyancy lab. That's why you got these bubbles on the outside of the window.
Mm-hmm.
It's really odd stuff. But I think it would be interesting to try and change the hues and stuff to see what reflections it gives off here sometime. But that's not what we're going to be doing now. But yeah, guys, sorry to tell you, Dave McKeegan, what argument are you actually bringing? Because it doesn't look the same, and this just shows you that this photo, this real photo, apparently is edited. Look at that. You can even see the structural lighting of this Airfix model, will say, is not the same as the rest of the photo, because the exposure would cause it to sort of look the same. It doesn't even look like it looks like it's plonked there. I'm sorry.
Mm.
I mean, he's supposed to be this brilliant expert on photography and stuff, and he can't tell that this is fake. What the hell? You got some explaining to do there, Mr. McKeegan. Okay, but let's see what his argument is. But again, that's fake. We've just literally seen through the high res. That's fake. That's definitely fake, and they don't even look the same. Red Hen says, just because you don't understand the ISS doesn't mean it isn't real. No, it's not real, because where you claim it to be violates the natural law, the second law of thermodynamics, which violates nature. It's impossible to be where you claim. And the fact that they have to fake everything literally gives evidence that it's not where they claim. Yeah, and no reflection of the cameraman. Exactly, Spuddy. That's what I'm saying. Look at this light reflection here. The guy's hand has light reflection right here and here. But I want to see what's going on here. So I'd be interested. I want to try and edit the photo with changing the hues and stuff, playing around with it. And we can see if we can see a reflection of whatever's going on in the background.
Eduardo, we don't know how wide the dome is. I mean, I don't know how many times anybody's got asked that question and we'd say we don't know. We don't know if it is a dome, but it's definitely contained.
One thing we can say, Andrew, Earth is classed as a closed system in the heliocentric model. That means no matter can leave. But yet you guys are showing us now a claimed tin can that's left that barrier. Contradict much? So please show us where your physical barrier is on your sphere Earth, because it's classed as a closed system. Sean, it's hilarious to watch you mentally. Yeah, I know it's painful to watch this, Sean, because your projection is very strong. We can't help you, a moron, and don't understand what's the difference between an Airfix model and reality.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that blue screen bleeding gives it away straight away. Okay, let's go on.
Frame. The window frame itself is the lighter strip, which is actually blocking part of the view of the ISS. Question now.
Can you see it's got a reflection of that so-called panel there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now is, what is that black strip? Now, if we take a look at an external view of the space shuttle, you can see that the windows...
Oh, see, I told you they got like ceramic tiles in the outers. So I was right. And they're quite far embossed out.
Are not flush with the outside of the hull. They're recessed in slightly and are surrounded by these black tiles which sit higher than the window itself. That's what we can see here on the still image.
Let's go back to the image. Okay, let's see where he says it. He says, yeah. No, you can literally see, there it goes there. There goes the recess. Not there. Where's he talking about the recess there? You can literally see, there it goes. You see? There's the edge. going around like that. Around like that. There we go. And I also want to know, what the hell is this reflection? What reflection is this? Because this is the window inside here. Is it reflecting a double again past the black recess? So that would make this one in the half though, and double reflected back. See? Look at that. Where's those reflections here? Something's really fishy about this photo.
Somebody said triple pane glass.
Yeah, triple plane, but that's what I'm saying. But he's saying that black is here, but no, there's the black. There's the recess of the black. You can literally see the edge.
Yeah.
So he's wrong there on all counts. And also, guys, look at the pixelation difference of the ISS compared to the rest of the photo. Look at this. Look how blurry this is. Now you're saying, oh, but he's only field of view, his focus is on the ISS. If his focus plane was in the ISS, it's in focus plane towards here, it would be looking the same. It would focus this arch, the actual window arch the same, because it would be on the same focus plane. So another thing shown wrong. Really odd stuff. This is like weird stuff. Hey Jono, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. And MSE, thank you for coming. Faciality, $2 super chat. Thank you very much. He says, above the ISS is a football field sized balloon. Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Really, really appreciate it. I really have to say, yeah. What balloon? This looks really fake. Red Hen Trader, your eyes work differently than cameras. Cameras are based on your eyes, by the way. They're based on the same type of understanding. Just like the retina would be the sensor of the camera. You understand? Your lenses, the cornea and stuff, is the lenses which refracts the light to be on the sensor, the retina. The same kind of thing. Debatable D, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. It is because
the light goes out of the left eye and exits to the right eye.
Parallax.
That is,
no, and that's false, by the way.
that can't be right.
Yeah, no, that's not right. But yeah, it's called parallax. If you open and close the eyes, you can see. Let's say you take your thumb in front of your eye like this, and you open and close. It changes position relative because that would be parallax.
Yeah.
The windows should be covered in condensation because of the temp differences. Yep. But like I'm saying, look at, these are water droplets, never mind the condensation. The condensation has always got a, I mean, look when you start your cars in the morning and it's cold. The condensation on there, it's got almost like a mist to it as well. And you can literally see this looks like a dry inside stuffy with a wet droplets, almost like old water droplets that's dried up and then got wet again. So yeah, let's carry on.
Now, we can also see from the video that the left side of the window frame...
Wait, I also want to say something. Let's go back here, because now I'm just noticing something here. Wait, where you put them beside her. Does this look the same as this? I want to go back to that video. Now, keep an eye on how this interior looks, guys. But let's look at the video. That doesn't look the same.
No.
That doesn't look close to being the same. Is he looking through a different window?
It can't be the same window.
It must be looking through a different window. So this would invalidate McKeegan's argument then. Because the angle would be different. I mean, if you look at the shuttle windows, these are the two windows he's pointing at. These two. I mean, they're both angled slightly, but there's only two of them there. Correct? Do you see window next to it? Let's go back to where that one's showing. There's windows next to it here. So that's not the right windows you're showing there, McKeegan. Then it's not these two windows. Because there's only two there.
Yeah.
There we go. Where's the other? I think that slipped your mind. Let's go back. You see, this is what it's showing. Let's go back. This is what it's showing on Level Earth Observer. So it's not the same windows. Nice try, McKeegan. Oh, wait. It can be if this would be that pipe where the guy's holding hand, correct? And this could be underneath. Wait, but then that's the floor. No, that wouldn't work either.
Them windows are perpendicular to each other, aren't they? That one, the one I'm seeing now.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. No, this doesn't make sense. This can't be the same windows. Or am I missing something? Hey, Glugio Gibson, good to see you. Thank you for coming. You see, this is the problem with the Globers. They don't really take too much in depth when trying to do debunks. They see one little thing and they just run with that, and they don't actually do their homework properly, and they ignore the rest. So how much things do we find now that shows him not actually doing his homework, looking at the argument? Dave, you have just been found to not debunk anything other than you don't do your research properly. Congratulations for trying to fabricate research by saying these are the two windows indefinitely, but not looking at the layout of the video. Congratulations. Even everything on here doesn't even look the same as what you're showing with this photo. So it's not the same, not even the same ISS.
Yeah.
That makes sense why the ISS looks so different. Exactly, into the break. Exactly. Sorry, my voice is still... So, there was more than one shuttle. Yes, but he said this is the shuttle that he used. His argument was that astronaut only flew on one flight, and this is the flight, so that's why he took these photos. So he might have to go do his homework again and actually find the right one.
In the video is not actually part of the physical window frame. The window frame itself is the lighter strip, which is actually blocking part of the view of the ISS. Question now is, what is that black strip?
See, look at these are more like the windows that they could be looking through. Correct?
Yeah.
Not those. Because that is kind of almost perpendicular, like we said, it's got that same almost angle. But now we have to look at the size of the window. So let's see, it could maybe be there.
Yeah, because them other windows looks more like the front windows because they looked as though they were perpendicular to each other, and them on the side look kind of perpendicular.
Yeah, you see, then it's not any of those. It could be these two. But
No.
let's look at the two sizes because they're about the same size. 2 minutes 30. Let's go back. Let's go. No, that's bigger than that one.
Wow.
So it's also not even those windows. 230 we said.
The ISS. Question now is, what is that black strip? Now,
So yeah, I've got to find out. So it's more plausible to be this, but the size is different, so it can't be that. And definitely can't be that because it requires a window like going down into there, which is just not there. So it just doesn't make sense. Which windows were they looking out of then? Hey Dala, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. So I don't know. So far, I don't think he's debunking anything.
No, I don't.
Yeah, and the angles are wrong. Exactly, Schmidt. This is so fake. It's not even funny. I think so too, Light Along. Thank you for coming, mate. Blue Paul, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming.
if we take a look at an external view of the space shuttle, you can see that the windows are not flush with the outside of the hull. They're recessed in slightly and are surrounded by these black tiles which sit higher than the window itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's what...
Whoa. I want to also show something here. Flush tiles, correct? What's that inside there? Does that look like a black band? You'll see my mouse now. It looks like a physical black band where the first window meets. And it looks like there's maybe another one just underneath. But there's a physical black band there. It's quite thin. Okay, let's carry on.
That's what we can see here on the still image. Now, we can also see from the video that the left side of the window frame is being strongly lit by sunlight, whilst the right side isn't.
Wow, great way to state the obvious, mate. That's why you got a shadow casting here. And that's usually how it happens. You know, if the light doesn't get it, it's... Yeah, exactly, Nathan. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. They are ignoring sky vacuums. We already defeated that argument when we started. But now the guy can't even get the right photos, and he can't get the right ship, and he can't get the right ISSs. He's got two different ISSs on screen.
Duper's giving you orders now. Duper says, stop ignoring what Dave says.
Sorry, as Duper Poon's giving me a super chat to take him seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Duper. You've been here long enough now.
Okay, so let's carry on.
So the sun is actually way off to the right, which means those black tiles being raised above the window will...
Again, pay attention. You see this black strip here? That's what is going through. These things are not going to do anything that's going through those black strips, so... Yeah.
Will be casting a shadow over the window.
Okay.
And that's the black strip that we're seeing.
No. That black strip we're seeing is that black strip we're seeing there, Mr. McKeegan. Your own references you're giving us debunk yourself. And again, these windows do not look the same as what is shown here. Does this look the same as what you're showing here? No.
They all overlook entropy, Nathan. They all overlook it.
They always overlook it, Nathan. It's good to see you. Hey, Nick Volt, thank you for coming. Good to see you. Says, physicist here. I got my popcorn. This is fun. Nick Volt, it's good to see. Since you're a physicist, would you be interested to come have a conversation sometime? Do let me know. It'd be great to have a conversation with the actual physicist. Not the ones that make up shit that say they're physicists or have PhDs and actually don't even know that gravity is not a force. Yeah. So, Nick Volt, please, mate, if you would be so kind to come have a conversation, I would be very happy. And I'm sure everybody here will be happy to have you on as well. And Slip Radar, hey for coming. Good to see you.
That's what we can see here on the still image. Now, we can also see from the video that the left side of the window frame is being strongly lit by sunlight, whilst the right side isn't. So the sun is actually way off to the right, which means those black tiles being raised above the window will be casting a shadow.
Exactly, Nathan. How is that gas below the craft not filling the sky vacuum? It's a joke. That's why. Because what they're showing is fake.
Duper, come on.
Over the
Earth doesn't have gas, it has air.
Sorry?
Oh my. Duper, Earth does not have gas, it has air. You're just taking the mick, Duper. Come on. Please. Just make a bit of sense. Just a little bit.
Since when is air not gas? Oh man. Hey, Richard G, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it.
Black strip that we're seeing, and it's why the ISS can appear through it.
No, definitely not the black strip. I've literally shown you what the black strip is, and this is fake because it's going through the physical barrier of black strip, and it's even bleeding through the window pane itself, and it also has, on your other photo, which doesn't even look the same, has blue screen bleeding and also going through the pane. Next time, do your homework better, Mr. McKeegan.
It's a shadow, not CGI.
A shadow.
Moving on to clip number 2, which comes...
Sorry, I should say, since he says this is shadow, guys, why is it not doing anything to the ISS? Duh. Sorry, McKeegan, huge fail on your first debunk of the ISS. Leo, you did an awesome job presenting this, and it's so desperate to make shit up that we can debunk their idiocy in no time at all, because it's easy to see what rubbish they bring up. Hey YouTube, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Okay, let's carry on.
Moving on to clip number 2, which comes from @FlatEarth over on Odyssey.
He says it's not bleeding, that's resolution. Resolution causes bleeding, radar. It's called diffraction limit. Resolution limit. Ever heard of that? Yeah.
.com.
Ooh, this is my favorite one. I like this one. Flat Earth Kennedy for you. Never heard of it, but it's on Odyssey. So, oh, look, it's ODD TV. Haven't heard of him in a while.
Now, this contains a few different examples. The first one is from a live stream interview on board the ISS with 3 astronauts, and at the end of the stream, after they've waved goodbye, the feed goes very strange, and some areas blur out while others don't. And the second example is something similar with an individual astronaut. And Flat Earth claims that this is proof of a green screen that's gone wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What it wouldn't be.
Compression artifacts usually happen with green screen because the GPU can't handle all the information thrown at it.
If it was a transmission error, the whole lot would glitch out, not just the moving bits, and you know what I mean.
But I mean, look what happens if you have to take a green screen and you make green screen stuff, and you're trying with a very, I mean, look at the low quality they're using, so it's already compressed. Now they got green screen behind it as well, with all the moving parts, and the GPU can't really take it. Doesn't matter what they're using, it's going to come out shit. Especially because look, he's got blue screens and stuff. He's got blue screen bleeding around him all over the place. It's just, yeah, it's compressed. Exactly, Vic, that's what I'm saying. It's compression because of the green screen. Duh.
This is a big deal because it means...
It is ODT, yeah. You can, that guy's voice you can realize anyway.
without any doubt whatsoever that there was live editing and video manipulation.
Yep.
Now, Flat Earth actually skirts very close to the explanation for this when he points out that there are a few other objects in the shot that also mess up.
When you...
Sorry, David McKeegan, it's ODD. Flat Earth just has the ODD on his channel. It's actual ODD talking here, by the way.
And Eduardo, you got to ask everybody how high the dome is.
Like I said, like I was on Nathan's show today, I presented my screen. I would like all the globies to come show us where your physical barrier is, please, because you guys claim it to be a closed system that doesn't let any matter through its boundaries. Funny enough, we got on screen something you're claiming to let through the boundaries. Yeah.
Look at this thing, this, and the actors. They are the only things that mess up,
including an object in the top right corner that he's missed. The crucial factor in this is that in both examples, the objects that mess up are objects that are moving relative to the camera.
Okay. All the moving objects are on the same frame. This is how it would happen. So they would have this moving object, this moving, that one he says missed, and they're all moving because they are on the same plate. The back area is a green screen. And you know how we know this. Look at this area here as soon as it starts artifacting.
The shot. And this really boils down to how video compression works.
What?
And this is that in both examples,
There we go. Did you see there? You see there? That green screen behind him shows the artifact that they are in front of a green screen. These moving artifacts are in the same props with the actors. And like I said, when you be in front of a green screen, you have low quality, you have more compression. So in other words, artifact is much easier because it's putting more strain on the GPU. Matt Hooper, thank you for coming. Hopper, good to see you, mate. Glad you could make it. By the way, Nick Volt, you still haven't answered, will you come and chat sometime? It would be great to have a so-called actual physicist to come chat. Because, frankly, it's quite tiring to debate any flat earthers that don't know their left foot from their right foot.
Mm. So Eduardo said, so no one's going to say the height of the dome, therefore the ISS could be within the dome, not a thermodynamic violation according to you. But that's not what this where they say the ISS is, though, do they, Andrew?
According to your globe claim, that globe is a closed system, doesn't let matter through. And you guys claim they are in space, which is a low pressure, adjacent to Earth, which is a high pressure. You wouldn't be able to have pressure gradients if it wasn't a closed system. Now, you guys claim, good, we got a closed system, so that requires physical boundaries. So, the burden of proof is on you guys. Show us your dome, your sphere dome around your Earth, and then show us who opens the doors to let the astronauts through. The Flat Earth Warriors, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Have you guys noticed this Nick Volt is literally ignoring me when asking him to come and chat? So I take it he lied about being a physicist? Congratulations.
Mm.
Objects that mess up are objects that are moving relative to the camera in the shot. And this
yeah, because they're on the same plane. They got the same plate. The background is a separate plate. The green screen is counted as a separate plate, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Compression, that's how it works.
really boils down to how video compression works. The most
just like I said, congratulations.
common video format these days is MP4, which to save data doesn't save all of the information for every single frame of the video.
Yeah.
Instead, it only saves information for pixels which have changed compared to the previous frame. So the first frame of the video will be all of the information, but then the second frame will only be the information for any pixels that have changed compared to the first. If there's no data, then the stream simply displays whatever was on the previous frame.
Yeah, it's sort of like the one plate is freezing while the other one is transitioning through. You could have just said that. But like I said, it literally shows you got a green screen behind it because it's putting more strain. If you got all those moving images together on the same frame moving, when it glitches, aka compresses, that artifact, it's going to have an issue with the green screen behind it. And therefore, what is on the green screen is sharp. The others that's moving will compress over it. Nick Volt, yeah, I would love to discuss scientific method with you. More than happy. We can have a debate on scientific method if you want. So, is that a yes? Just take note, it's not a subject you're going to want to get into. Especially with me, mate. So, yeah. But let's go on.
The only pixels that change in the video are pixels where objects are moving. And it's worth remembering that the video stream on the ISS is being very heavily compressed before it's being transmitted from the ISS due to any bandwidth restriction.
Yeah, okay. So let's go look what cameras they use in the ISS, shall we? Oh, we don't need to look at this rubbish anymore. Okay. What cameras on ISS? Kodak 760. See, it's quite a good camera. Nikon D1, not bad. DX2, D200, D3, DS3, D4. Oh wow. Not bad cameras. Yet they still make it as bad as they can to compress it because of the bandwidth.
Mm.
But yeah, that's unfortunately the excuses they always use. The reason we can't see anything is because they need to make it compress so much because of the bandwidth. So it's a plausible excuse to have, but does it make it factual that it's actually correct? No. It just means you've got an excuse not to show it in a better quality for people. I mean, I've seen high altitude balloons, they just record it, and they bring it down to Earth with great HD quality. So tell me something, McKeegan. Why can't the astronauts do high quality recordings with the cameras they got there, stick it on a SD card, and bring it down to Earth and then show the high quality? Oh wait, because that goes and we would see literally everything wrong with their fakings. So yeah, Nick, it would be great to have you on sometime. We can definitely talk about science and scientific method. That to me would be awesome, actually. I would enjoy that. Okay, so just let me know when you're ready.
And heavy video compression always leads to an increased risk of artifacts. So if the video feed from the ISS gets interrupted or suffers from interference, then the computers on Earth that are receiving the feed will continue to display the pixels from the objects that aren't moving because they won't have changed, but the pixels for the objects that are moving, it will still be trying to render them, but the data for those pixels is now getting distorted.
Yeah, because the information in the voxels, in the three-dimensional pixels. So I think I call it voxels because it's a three-dimensional volume pixels. So yeah. But I mean, this is explained, just like I explained it. He's just literally validating what I said. But how is this taking away the fact that it's in front of a green screen? It doesn't. I mean, they're still in front of a green screen because we just literally showed you they have green screen bleeding, and the artifact showed the green screen behind them. So Dave McKeegan, another fail. So this is your second argument. You're literally proving that you're not debunking anything. Congratulations. Nick, you want to come on now and discuss the method if you want? I mean, you can always go on with the video, but let me know.
The video then provides another example of an astronaut heading down a corridor and appearing to fade away before he's out of shot.
There's this one video where the actor is going around a corner and he is faded out before making it completely out of the viewer's sight.
However, we can see there's a white object on the left side which suddenly
suddenly appears upwards, yeah? And what's his issue with this?
moves in a faded way at the exact same time. And a few other objects in the shot also suddenly jump at the same time as well, which points to this being a fade transition from...
Wow! Tell us the obvious. Yeah, that's the whole reason we're saying it's edited. Why do they need to have a fade transition? You know why they have a fade transition, McKeegan? It's because it's more than one shot taken. The guy did the take more than one time. Just like you now just did on your chair. You did more than one shot and you had to transition fade. Way to debunk your own argument there. So literally, guys, Dave McKeegan just showed this transition because the guy has more than one take. Hence why those things on the left, hence why these things on the left also moved, because they were moved on a different take. So when you take two different takes and you transition together, you get that effect. That's our whole argument from the beginning. It's transitioned because it's fake, because he did more than one take going around the corner. These guys are dumb. So Nick.
Oh, apparently Sean, Nathan's terrified of Sean Hawkins.
Sean Hawkins, no one's terrified of you, mate. I think your own shadow's terrified of you because you're so stupid. Remember, you got an IQ of a tuna sandwich, so I don't think you would be actually in the same ball league as talking to anyone, especially like Nathan. Nathan. Nathan would rip you apart just when you say your first word open.
That's it.
Okay. At least I give you a chance to talk. Hey, Media Don, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. So, Nick, the physicist, when is our debate going to be on, or just chat on the scientific method? Please let me know, because I think this is like the 5th time I've asked you now.
faded away at the exact same time. And a few other objects in the shot also suddenly jump at the same time as well, which points to this being a fade transition from two different parts of a video clip rather than an overlay fading out.
Congratulations.
Now, there isn't enough information available for me to track down the original file to see if it appeared.
Yeah, we can debate, Nick. That's just literally what I said. We can debate or just discuss. It's up to you, mate. Up to you. It really doesn't bother me.
Is there or not, or if it's something that's been done afterwards. But the only reason that I can fathom for it being in the original clip is if the clips were again suffering from some interference.
FTFE has exciting sound clips of me showing he's a moron. FTFE thinks waiting is manipulating the IV.
Yeah, waiting is manipulating time.
Nick Volt says, I think a debate is premature at this point. I would have to send you my qualifications before a formal debate. I don't need your qualifications. I just would like to debate you or even just chat. It doesn't matter. Because I would love to talk to an actual so-called physicist. Because I feel like the people like this that I talk to are supposed to be these professionals are starting to bore me with the idiocy. Because we rip their stuff by just looking at them. Hey Star Energy, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you can make it. Better than gold. Glad you could make it back, mate. It's always good to see you.
However, the fact that there are other objects in the shot that behave in exactly the same way at exactly the same time, for me rules out the notion that the astronaut is being overlaid in CGI.
No, he's just having a fade transition because he had more than one shot.
Yeah.
They probably did this shot on the Vomit Comet, hence why the thing on the left was moving up and down. And they did it a few times, and then in post-production they had to quickly fade it in to make it one shot. There we go. Very simple stuff.
These appear to be nothing more than the video stream data suffering from interference. But a good way to stop data being interfered with is by using Atlas VPN.
Okay. Use that. You guys can use PIA, Private Internet Access. I have the link in my description below if you are interested. There we go.
Description down below. Not only can you get a whopping 80.
Nick doesn't realize Slip is a glober. Strange how quickly they turn on each other, like Sean did to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Exactly, Derek.
And all with a 30-day full money-back guarantee. So why not check them out today?
No.
Peering.
So there's all
The Observer, which he claims shows proof of CGI.
Okay.
Now the first is an astronaut put.
Whoa! What's it doing with that? It's going through his head here.
The Observer, which he claims shows proof of CGI. Now the first is an astronaut putting a microphone up to Chris Hadfield's guitar and the microphone disappearing.
So has our mate here just lost the plot and decided to stick the microphone inside Chris Hadfield's skull? Or is there a bit of a special effects meltdown going on here?
And then a different clip where an astronaut reaches out for a microphone cable and the cable appears to travel through his hand.
Bob's hand at points goes straight through that cable. Again, highlighting.
Okay, what's his argument here?
You can't, there's no excuse for that.
Yeah,
There's no reason.
Special effects problems.
No legit reason, anyway.
And augmented reality, which these people interact with as well. And as a result, you get things like this. People's hands passing seemingly through cables.
Now both of these can be attributed also to heavy compression from the live stream causing artifact.
I thought he's going to bring it up. You see, like it's disappearing there because of artifact. But that's not the same as what they just showed. But let's see what he says.
By the very nature of reducing file size, information has to be discarded.
It's not close to what was shown there, Dave. It wasn't close. Let's go look again. This
Get things like this. People's hands pass.
is not the same. These cables are augmented reality. Look at the movement of these cables with his hands.
Namely green screen.
They literally are going through his hand.
Meltdown going
This-
on here.
This mic, it even changes color. I don't know if you noticed this, but look here. Look when it starts picking up. I wonder if I can slow this down. Speed. There we go. Let's make it 2.5.
Hey.
I'm gonna just
Uh,
I'm just gonna mute it quickly. But look at this, guys. This is sad. Okay. There we go. Okay. Look at that. The mic is black. What's happening now? It's now skin color. Going into his ear. And if you look at that, it's pulling his face outwards. It's going back. So it's not black anymore. It's skin color. You know what that means? There's nothing there. That's why he's got artifact there, guys, because of the compression. Because he's got nothing there. It's augmented reality. And look how square cut out this guy's head is, by the way.
Yeah.
Everything is very, very heavily compressed.
Aye.
I mean, you know how compressed you have to make something to make it look so idiotic. Hey, Identity Verification, good to see you, mate. And GFP45, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. This is why I say the things they show is idiotic.
Stan Lee said, I love how all the comments on Dave's channel are so biased. Just globies everywhere. That's the norm, isn't it? It's the norm.
Nick Volt, I can literally show you now it's not artifact, compression artifact, because it changes color with his skin. And when it moved past him, it took his whole head and elongated it with it. AKA computer graphics, not compression artifacts. Because it's not going to follow the mic pulling it outward. It won't elongate his face outwards. That mic would stay black. It won't change his skin color as soon as it goes in front of his face. And you know why that would happen? Because he's not really there. Why do you think they're not even looking at him? They are looking at the screens now. Can you see that? Because they see he was taken at a different time, they taking it at a different time, and they're overlaying them to the same shot. Get it? Very simple stuff. This can be, this is the first things you learn when you do VFX. I mean, it's like level 1 VFX, this, guys. Come on. This is insane. This, guys, is done at a different time than what these guys do. So when they're saying, oh, look at the screen here, so you can see the position of Chris Hadfield upside down, so you know where to hold the actual mic. Where there's not an actual mic, hence why it's literally doing what it's doing. Okay, let's get back to normal.
Bone inside Chris Hadfield's skull? Is there a bit of a special effects meltdown going on here?
And then a different clip where an astronaut reaches out for a microphone cable and the cable appears to travel through his hand.
Bob's hand at points goes straight through that cable.
This is totally different than what he's showing. It's going through both ways, not just single way, and it's not like his artifact you'll see now. It's very uniform, as you can say. This is not uniform.
Namely green screens.
Sad.
Augmented reality which these people interact with as well. And as a result you get things like this. People's hands passing seemingly through cables.
Now, Bob,
It seems to me he's just making excuses because he doesn't actually have anything to provide evidence that it is fake. That's what it seems to me.
both of these can be attributed also to heavy compression from the live stream causing artifacts. By the very
This is definitely not the same. And you could have compressed it more, by the way, Dave, if you really wanted to. But why didn't you move your hand as well? Because if it was what you were saying, his hand would have artifacted with the cable. Because it's moving in the same frame. You know, something you're supposed to know because you are a professional photographer. Star Energy, I'm here, bro. Sanchez channel. You were mentioned after your debate with Craig. I heard you destroyed him. Oh, yeah. He got obliterated. It's good to see you, Star Energy. Great. Thank you for making it. If you can, please do me a favor. Get hold of Bro Sanchez. Say, I am looking for him. I want to chat with him, and he's not... I can't get hold of him. I've been trying to email him all the time, and I don't know if I got the right email. He's just not getting back to me. Hey, Price of Adam. Good to see you, mate. And Stan Lee. Thank you for coming.
Nature of reducing file size, information has to be discarded.
Yeah, and that information has to be discarded with the same focus plane. So if your hand is moving with the cable, it's both supposed to artifact, not just the cable or not just your hand. Just going against what your first rule was when you showed the first 3 astronauts and all the moving scenes. Remember? Oh, wow. So you forget that the guy's hand was moving when he was going through here? There we go. He's moving his hand and the cable's moving. So why is his hand not artifacting as well?
Bob's hand at points.
Look at that.
Straight through that cable.
Uh-oh. That shows augmented reality. Hey, D's Nuts, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it, mate.
Sergio's asking who Bro Sanchez is.
Oh, wow. Bro Sanchez is a huge channel. He's got awesome content. Not really a Christian, though. But I do enjoy his content, and he's very free-minded. He's very open-minded and stuff, so... But yeah, he doesn't believe in the Bible, Derek. Exactly. But I still admire his work he's been doing. I do think he's an awesome guy.
Again, highlighting special effects problems.
Mm-hmm.
Namely,
Causing artifacts. By the very nature of reducing file size, information has to be discarded, and both of these examples are clearly very low resolution footage. So the compression's likely to see things like a very thin cable or a small...
And it's augmented reality because the guys are literally looking at the screen so they know the positions they have to hold their hands or whatever. We've seen this many, many times. I mean, we can show so many clips just like where they take things and they move it and they're looking at screens to know what they're moving.
Microphone head that are surrounded entirely by a single color and decide that that's a very low priority detail to keep. We actually see another example of disappearing light.
I mean, look at this guy. Where's he looking? Where's he looking? The camera's here. Let's see where this is where the camera is, correct? She's looking that side to a wall for some odd reason. And she's looking, look at her, the way she's looking, like she's looking far. So that means they're in a set. This guy is also looking at another somewhere far. Like they're in a set, looking at someone. He is looking at a screen because he's got to make sure he's got everything set to how he's holding it.
Yep.
Novel says, slip radar, I know it's awkward. Since Flatsoid's perspective have been nothing but respectful, I am still here. Otherwise, based on the chat, I would have left long ago and just labeled he's dumb. Okay. Nico, you still going to give me a date when you are willing to chat? I mean, this video is almost finished if you want to have a chat now. I think everybody would be more than happy to get a physicist on here. Hi, Lumpy Gas. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you can make it.
Microphones in this clip when it's against the astronaut's blue suit. Neither of these examples really point to CGI problems, though, because even if it were CGI, the people themselves in the footage are real. The only argument for CGI would be if they were shot in front of a green screen, which then was made to look like the inside of the ISS.
And there shows his ignorance to CGI as well. You do know not the whole guy has to be CGI. You just can make a finger CGI, or you can just make the upper torso CGI, just the leg CGI. So claiming just because you think the whole guy would have to be CGI just shows your ignorance to VFX. Congratulations. Flat Sabbath, thank you for coming, mate. Glad you could make it. I mean, is this guy seriously trying to teach people about VFX and he doesn't even know simple things like that? You can take this where he's sitting now and you can just make his head CGI if you wanted to, or the rest of his body CGI, but his head's real. You can literally choose what you want to be real and what you want to be fake. Nick Volt says, I'm not home right now, but I will watch your previous videos. I've just subbed. Do you have a Discord? Yes, I have a Discord. It's in the description box below. Thank you for subbing, by the way. It's good to see you. And I'm more than happy to discuss whenever you want to. Just let me know.
Yeah, it's cool. You're on 2.88 now. Last time I looked at it, it was 2.87. So
it's
going up.
Yeah. What's the poll saying? 122 votes. Dave just makes excuses for his religion. Yes, he has no choice, 41%, and no, 59%. So it's catching up quite a lot. Hey Stanley, thank you for coming. So, what have we been seeing so far with you, Dave? You haven't actually brought any debunk of the debunks. Not really on the same level, I would say.
But all of these distortions take place with objects that are in front of the person themselves.
Yeah, because it's augmented reality. That's how it works. It's computer generated. I don't know if you've seen that app from NASA where you can take your phone and when you look through it on your phone it looks three-dimensional or through a camera, but you don't see it yourself. But through a camera it looks like it's there, like a building or a spaceship or whatever, because it's augmented. It's placed there in 3D space on the camera.
There would be no CGI going on the person. It would only be if objects were directly against the green screen that it would potentially cause an issue.
False. Like I said, CGI can be placed anywhere. Any part of the screen of the shot can be CGI. It's the same as when you, let's try and say you make a gun flare when you get a pistol shooting and you're putting in CGI flares. You telling me I can't stick a gun flare inside that shot just because it's not behind a green screen? No, that's really stupid. Hey Peanut, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it.
Then we move on to the evidence of wires and harnesses being used. Firstly, from Psalm 19 over on Odyssey, with various clips showing t-shirts sticking out as though...
I've also showed this one before. Yeah, it's very plain and simple. It's showing harnesses. Because the more he goes down, the more it's pulling up. And, yeah. Weird how it's going both sides up.
Being pulled by a wire. Firstly, it must be remembered that on Earth, our clothes naturally drop due to gravity, which keeps them fairly tight against our skin. But in zero gravity, the clothes will just stay where they happen to be sitting.
That's fake. That's false. That is false. Vomit Comet.
Yeah.
Let's go to Vomit Comet. This is now supposed to be 0G. Look at their clothes. Tell me if they are having the same issue with their clothes sticking up as he's saying. I don't want to take one that's really going to show. We've got to take one with, I think,
John, just stop with the crudeness, so you just get timed out every time.
Hey Kim Hopkins, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Okay, so Washington DC. Look at the clothes. Okay, yeah, let's make you a bit bigger. Quality. I mean, we want good quality. 360. Wow. No. 1080. But I think I'm gonna have to download it probably. You know how it works with me with damn streams.
Yep.
Let's download the video. Hey, Audio Oracle. Glad you could make it, mate. There we go. Yes, 720. That's fine. Okay. Godzilla 37. Hey, thank you for coming, mate. Glad you could make it. It's good to see you. He says real-time augmentation, but how could NASA do it? Yeah, how could NASA do it? Showing folder. Let's open with another program. Okay, Forms and TV. 0G flight. Now let's quickly look at the. I want to see their clothes. Remember, what's his claim? His claim is that it sticks up because it's not going to fall with gravity. Let's see their clothes. What they're showing. Now remember, they're moving up and down the whole time, jumping all around, doing the hokey pokey, and they're spinning all around. Why aren't they not looking like they got harnesses on them, pulling their clothes up and down? Dave McKeegan, have you even looked into this? Oh wait, you don't look further than your nose. You just make up shit because you need something to have an excuse for it. 60 watching, awesome. Thank you guys. If you're watching, do hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help, and share it because it does help to get it to a bigger audience.
If it was just one mistake with the clothes and that, with the harness thing and that, but it's not. It's you see it all the time with the harnesses. You see a guy floating by the back, and you can see the harness, the actual part of the harness anyway, you know.
Yeah.
And you can see guys grabbing the harnesses and stuff like that. So if it was only one thing, fair enough, but it's not. It's prolific.
Yeah, but look at this. Look at this. This guy, look. Where's the clothes sticking up like he's saying it is?
It's not.
None of these people's clothes are sticking up like he's saying it is. Because it's not how it works. Remember, how it works with your 0G. You are falling at a constant rate. Your clothes are falling with you at a constant rate. It doesn't mean it's not going to it's going to be pulled up. Showing
Exactly.
he doesn't even understand how his gravity works.
In fact, if you're leaning over, your clothes would tighten over your body. It wouldn't be pulled up. You know?
Exactly. Hey, Black Lace, good to see you. And who else was you? I also saw Arrow. It's good to see you, mate. So yeah, it's very simple. Let's go back quickly to there, like that. That's harness because it's pulling on it. They are supposed to be falling at a constant rate with their clothes. The clothes isn't going to say, hey, stuff you, I'm staying back here while you going down. That's not how it works in reality, just like I showed on the Vomit Comet. Dave McKeegan, the video you brought out is sad. I'm sorry, it's beyond sad, it's desperate. It's desperate, mate.
Yeah. So he shows you Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible to liking it. I mean,
that-
come on.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing. It might be fun for him, but that's literally how it works with these guys. They
Yeah.
on harnesses.
You show a movie that's full of CGI to debunk something that's meant to be full of CGI. That's just crazy.
Out as though being pulled by a
man.
wire. Firstly, it must be remembered that on Earth our clothes naturally drop due to gravity, which keeps them fairly tight against our skin.
Like I said, it falls at the same rate as you, Dave. So falling at the same rate as you won't keep it back up. Black Ice. Oh, sorry, Black Ice. I said Black Lace. Excuse me, XB. I'm just going to call you XB from now on. Okay. Cheers, Nick. See you later, man. Thank you for coming. M Stone. Good to see you, mate. Blurf. Blurf is the way of saying glober. Just like you guys call us flurfs, we call you blurfs. There we go. But, I mean, how the hell can he come up with an argument and say, gravity, because no gravity, your clothes choose to stay behind? How does he come up with this shit?
But in zero gravity, the clothes will just stay where they happen to be sitting. Such as an astronaut patting you on the back might pull the t-shirt away from you, but there's no gravity to cause it to drop back down.
It moves the same rate as you. You are free falling, it is free falling. Ergo, same rate of falling. Guns I've never owned, it's great to see you, mate. Glad you could come. He says, I've mentioned this before. My late cousin worked in a Hollywood FX department from 1971 to 2016. He was one of dozens that did sub work for NASA decades ago. Long short story, NASA lies. And by the way, guys, NASA has always been on the forefront with Disney trying to work out VFX and camera tricks. Hence why there were such great pals with Kubrick. So, Sean says, why should anyone want to come on a show where you deny everything they present? I don't deny anything anybody presents. Everything's presented so far has been shown to be for flat Earth. It's not my fault you guys are too stupid to understand that. I explained it to you.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, I explained it to you guys on why, but you still can't understand it. Just like we got Mr. Dave McKeegan here, the golden boy of the globe at the moment. And I'm literally ripping it apart from start to finished like he's a kindergartner.
Duper Poons has got to be a comedian. Gravity's pulling their shirts up. There's less gravity up there. Duper, come on. You have got to be a comedian. Or you've got to be a flat earther just taking the mic. You are a flat earther, aren't you, really? Just tell us.
Yeah.
Then there's an example of Tim Peake trying to do a backwards roll. Now this to me seems nothing more than he...
Whoops. Why did he fall down? Would that be because they were probably on a vomit comet and they had to change trajectory because they were going to hit the ground? Because remember, that if they're in a vomit comet, they're doing a parabolic movement. So if they're going down, it's moving the same speed as him. He's inside, they're close. So as soon as they're going to lift up again, it's going to go down. And obviously, remember, they're doing this in, I think it's like 20 or 30 second stints. So while you're doing in a 20-second take, you only got that amount to do it. And it's not that easy just to take, if you're on a wire harness, to do a backflip or whatever, if you haven't got a strong core.
Screwed the roll up, and rather than moving up and away from the floor before spinning.
And by the way, he's got a lot of green screen bleed. That tells you he's got a green screen behind him. I don't know if you checked that, McKeegan.
He instead leans back low to make the spin, which causes his head to hit the floor. Now,
his head to hit the floor. Who puts the? Let's put it this way: if you're doing a back roll or backflip, are you going to straighten out your body?
No, you tuck up.
No, you don't straighten out your body. You keep it curled up. He's busy straightening out his body here. Bloody idiotic is all I can say.
It's out of shot, so we can't know for sure, but...
He fell because they had to change their maneuver so they don't hit the ground and die. Not he hit his head on the ground. Because no moron is going to do a backflip by unwinding his his position. How can I put it?
His body definitely drops way too low for a backwards roll, and his sudden movements and rise back up would coincide with him.
And look at all the green screen bleeding.
Getting his hands onto the floor to spin himself around.
Oh, back to these fake nutters. Okay. Dave is special. Flat Earth Truth, thank you for coming, mate. Glad you can make it. It's good to see so much people in tonight.
And then Sam's last example is another astronaut attempting to do a backwards roll. Again, he's not putting much force into this backflip.
And he pulls a wire that's not there. If you just realize that. Look, he's going to pull a wire.
Not attempting to do a backwards roll.
There, just pay attention where he's going to pull a wire now.
Again, he's not putting much...
There, his hand's going for it. Let's quickly make it very slow. As slow as we can. Dave McKeegan, what's going on in this area? He's putting his hand out. Where's his hand? Oh, and by the way, what happened to his shirt here? Would that be because he pulled the wire that pulls the bottom of his shirt out to his hand? Oh shit, that only happens with wires, Dave. Look. Whoopsie. And he looks down. Because why? Because he knows he's pulling the wire. He can feel it.
There's no defense for that.
Yeah,
There's no defense.
He can feel it. If there
exactly.
was no wire, he wouldn't feel it. Exactly, because he wasn't touching him. This is embarrassing. Did the guy even do his homework before making these arguments? The guy behind looked up the right. Did he get tangled? I don't know. We'll look now.
But he's only turning rather slowly, and he's in a very confined space, surrounded by 3 other people. You can actually see the guy in the back try and move out of the way as he almost gets a foot.
Oh! He's putting his hand up to catch the other wire. Look, he's literally putting his hand up to catch the other wire.
That's exactly what he was doing. Yeah.
Hey, Penny Lane, thank you for coming. Good to see you.
Even the guy doing the backward somersault, he put his hand up to grab the wire as well.
This is a joke.
As he was coming back, he put his hands up to grab it.
I'm sorry, this has to be a joke. Is Dave McKeegan literally putting this stuff up and calling it an argument? The dude on the left's arm magically phased through the wire when he did the backflip. No, he's trying to catch the wire. There's a difference, debatable. Remember, the wire is here. It's going that way. He's trying to catch it.
In the face. It seems the guy on the right.
oh, what did I just check here? What did I just catch? Oh, I think I'm going to have to slow it down. I just saw something oddly familiar.
Find space surrounded by three of
Yes, M. Stone, it's all fake. It's a production.
the people. You can actually see the guy in the back try and
Okay, pay attention on his clothing here.
move out of the way as he almost gets a foot in the
Okay, I think it's going to come now.
face.
There, look at that. Look how square it's going there. You know how that works? Because they got a harness underneath. It's, you know, almost like, let's say you wear a corset. It gives that sort of hard line underneath the clothing. That's what happens with these harnesses. Because he's got a harness underneath the clothes.
It
Look there.
seems
See there? It's pulling it like it's got a harness. Now it's pulling the wire, and he's going to get ready to pull that wire.
The guy on the right is merely trying to.
And he's jumping up as well, guys, to make sure he's holding that wire right. Why would he need to do that? What's he trying to catch? A bug or something? She's literally even pointing and laughing at the wire because she knows he's trying to catch it. Remember, they do these takes more than once. They do this a lot of
That was what
times.
she'd be pointing at, you know.
So, at the end of the day, they've done this take, let's say 10 or 15 times, and then they take the best one out of the bunch. Now, unfortunately, they don't look, oh, look, she's pointing at the wire, saying, hey, look, he's heading to try and catch the wire, and while the guy's catching it and jumping up to catch it, and this guy, oh, I don't want them to see I'm catching the wire. That's why he's looking at the camera. Look at this. Look at all the street.
Help a colleague around while keeping his eyes fixed on the
There we go. Now, where is he catching it? Oh, around a wire.
monitors.
So, yeah, I think this is quite telling, Dave. You might need to do better research next time you want to make a video about something.
Rather than looking to see what he's doing. And I can speak from experience, it is pretty tricky to get your hand in one very particular place and grab an object when you're trying to do it by looking at yourself in a monitor.
Yeah, just like they weren't looking at the monitor. The guy in the back, you could literally see was looking at the wire. The other woman as well. He also, just before he took the wire, this guy, look.
Trying to help a colleague around
Look where his
while
eyes are
keeping
going.
his eyes fixed on the monitors rather than looking.
Let's go. Where from the beginning? Because it's kind of like cherry you're going to see now.
Not attempting to do a backwards roll. Again, he's not putting much force into this backflip, so he's only
Because he was pushing him down, and he could feel the wire. It wrapped around his hand. If you don't check that, look at this.
not attempting to do a
Look,
backwards
he pushes
roll.
his back.
Again, he's
There,
not
the wire. He can feel it.
putting much force into
There,
this.
he feels it. He sees it. Pull it down because he can see he's going off screen. That's why he's looking at the screen. Remember, they can still see the wires on screen, Dave. Literally. These wires are painted out on post-production. They painted out afterwards. Remember, she was pointing at the wires, saying, oh, look, he's catching it. She was laughing about it.
This backflip, so he's only turning rather slowly, and he's in a very confined...
Look again. He's going to try catch the wire, and he's going to jump up to catch it. She's going to see he's going for the wire. She's going to point at it. He's going to see, oh, he's going off screen. I better do something, and he catches the wire.
Space, surrounded by 3 other people.
See, he just looked down first, guys. Duh.
You can actually see the guy in the back try and move out of the way as he almost gets up.
There we go. He sees the wire. He knows, okay, this is my cue. I've got to try and move it so he's not going to get caught in it.
Foot in the face. It seems the guy on the right...
She sees it. Uh-oh. He's going for the wire. She's going to point now. Look, he's catching the wire. He's not supposed to do this.
Is merely trying
See,
to
and she's
help
laughing
her
about
colleague
it.
around.
She sees it. She's laughing about it. He's just jumping up now to try and catch it. And he's seeing, oh, he's veering off. He better catch it without anybody seeing.
While keeping his eyes fixed on the monitor, rather than looking to see what he's doing.
Ooh, I just saw the wire there. I'm sure I just saw the wire there. I think I just saw there was like one frame where they didn't paint it out.
He's trying to help a colleague around.
Sounds like he's a mobbing one.
He sounds like he's on hectic mushrooms or something.
Yeah.
Keeping his eyes fixed on the mark.
Wait. If you see nicely, you're going to see. Look at that little thin line there. But let's just carry on.
On the
There. You're going to see. There we go. There's the wire. They didn't paint the wire out. There's the wire, guys.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah,
paint
I
the
see
wire
it.
out on the frame. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I see it. You see it. You see the whole length of it now. It fills that whole gap.
Nick Folt says, do you believe gravity? There is no gravity, because even if flat Earth would have mass, therefore it would be still would be a well. There's definitely no gravity. But Nick, I would rather would want you to keep this for the debate, because yeah, it would be an interesting thing. I definitely think gravity is bullshit. Let's put it that way. But there is a reason why we see things fall. And it's definitely not gravity, mate. Definitely not gravity. See, there's the wire still. So there's a few frames that they forgot to paint out the wire.
To see what he's doing.
Look again. Look again.
And I...
Okay. Go see it again. Okay, but anyway, you can literally see the wire, Dave. The wire you said is not there. Uh-oh. Awesome, yeah.
can speak from experience, it is pretty tricky to get your hand in one very particular place and grab an object when you're trying to do it by looking at yourself in a monitor.
But it's not impossible, especially when someone's next to you. You're literally just sticking your arm out next to you to try and pull them. I mean, have you not reversed by looking at car mirrors? I mean, it's tricky, but it's doable, correct? It's the same. He's literally next to the guy. You're telling me it'll be too difficult to stick his hand out to the right of him and just pull the wire that's very visible to them.
In reality, wires holding up a person's weight would never be invisible.
Yeah, they paint it out. Again, showing you have ignorance to how VFX works. They do the whole shot with the wires, then they go in frame by frame and roto trim it out. Wow.
Even if they were made of a completely transparent material, there would still be signs of distortion and light patch.
Sorry. Hi, Wally, thank you for coming. Good to see you. Dave McKeegan saying, So they don't see it because it's not there. He says even if they had invisible wires. Sorry. It can be luminescent red. It's not going to make a difference. They literally roto trim the wires out frame by frame after they recorded it with the visible wires.
Watching them as they moved around. They certainly wouldn't have a system with multiple people being in such close proximity because
remember, they could be in the vomit comet here, and he's the only one with the wire because they're going to have him doing the backflip. So the others aren't on wires; they're simply just in uniform on the vomit comet, while he's the only one on wire, so he can do his backflip. Hence why he's struggling so much to keep his posture in spin.
that would just cause all sorts of problems. When White...
Look at that. You see that wire? There we go. McKeegan, do you see how this works here? Yeah. Literally just debunked your own argument. On screen again. That's all he's been doing all night, by the way. Godzilla, if it were real, they would proudly show the fourth wall, all the time. As it stands, they never point out they can run from the Earth and try out the stars. Good thing you'll believe so easily. It's true. They just believe it. Is she still hot?
Is it used on
Sandra
film
Bullock.
sets?
Yeah, Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, she's hot.
I'm not allowed to say anything. I'm married. Okay, let's carry on.
For this sort of look. The footage goes through extensive VFX to edit out all of the wires first.
Extensive VFX. It's called rotor trimming. Yeah. Frame by frame, mate. Frame by frame. They they make keystones. Literally, they put keystones and they frame by frame it out, everything, so they don't see it. The wires are there. You just can't see it because they edit it out. Just like they do with the ISS.
This footage is being broadcast live during interviews.
Are you sure? They have quite a delay on them, by the way.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's easy to have green cables that you have your program can run for, like green screen, to take the cable not to see it. Dave McKeegan, you're telling us it's not possible to have green cables?
There's no time to meticulously edit out wires frame by frame. The final example, however, claims to show a wire being visible and comes from flat.
The one you just showed a wire being visible where it didn't take it out. Odd stuff.
Earth Awakening, claiming that you can again see the harness on the astronaut where his t-shirt's rising up, as well as a view of a wire itself.
Let's start the weekend by
Okay, I haven't seen this one. Okay.
debunking the ISS. 2 points of reference with our mate here. One is top and two just above it. Essentially the top being the anchor point where the harness is coming away, and of course just above it where the second arrow is pointing at some remnants of the harness itself, which I think they faded out, but at certain points we can see it giving the game away.
It's nice and quiet as well.
Oh, I just saw the wire. I literally just saw the wire. Let's just mute the sound for this because it literally sounds like he's on mushrooms. Let's quickly see. You're going to see it now. Come on. There we go. There's the wire. Did you even watch this beforehand, Dave?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's moving with them. It's moving with him. So, yeah. There's no doubt that that's a wire. No doubt whatsoever.
It even wiggles like it does with the wire.
Yeah. Yep.
We can
Alright.
in the ISS. 2 points of reference what I make here. One is top and 2 just above it. Essentially the top being the anchor point where the harness is coming away, and of course just above it where the second arrow is pointing at some remnants of the harness itself, which I think they faded out, but at certain points we can see it giving the game away.
Okay. They say I must make it as big as possible. Okay, I'm gonna make it slow now. Probably stick that sound off, otherwise it's gonna irritate us. Let's make it as big. Let's try and zoom in. Can we zoom in? Okay.
People are saying it's the reflection on the screen of the iPad behind them.
Quiet as
No, that's not the reflection. Let's go back.
No, it's not. No, it's not reflection.
Let's go. Okay, now look at that. That is a straight line, guys. It's pulled off to the arc of it. It's literally straight there. I think let's do it this way so we can show them. I wonder if can do this frame by frame. Alright, then I have to take the whole video into. Yeah. Okay. Let me just take the video into DaVinci quickly.
Okay.
Then we can go frame by frame. Then I can show you these guys because
I don't think it's the screen. I mean, there is something behind them.
Yeah,
that
there's a
looks like
screen
but I
behind
don't
him,
think
but-
that's the screen at all. That we're seeing. Not a reflection, I mean, not the screen. Obviously, the screen's there.
Ooh-wee. Sorry, I'm getting very hot here as I'm sitting. 61 people in. Woohoo! Thank you all for coming. It's good to see you guys all enjoying this. Let's just a new project. Doesn't matter. Create. Let's get to this video. Download the McKeegan. Whoop. Don't change. Okay. Now we can get it screen for screen.
Thank you for job. The world.
Just want to quickly get to where we were. It's more or less here. Okay, I'm gonna cut here so much just so I can make it smaller. Huh? Okay, let's go.
Foot in the face. It seems the guy on the right is merely trying to help a colleague around while keeping his eyes fixed on the monitors rather than looking to see what he's doing. And I can speak from experience, it is pretty tricky, which goes through extensive VFX to edit out all of the wires first. This foot.
Let's start the weekend by
Okay,
debunking.
let's start here. Okay. There we go. I wonder how big I can make this. Okay. Obviously it's not going to be big enough now, is it? Oh, full screen. There we go.
ISS. 2 points of reference what I make here. One is top and 2 just above it. Essentially the top being the anchor point where the harness is coming away, and of course just above it where the second arrow is pointing at.
And by the way, what reflection would that be of? There's nothing in the way there for a reflection.
No.
Some remnants of the harness itself, which I think they faded out, but at certain points we can.
Because, guys, you would have to think, look at the angle of that iPad. It's angled upwards at an angle. So that means there would have to be something here, literally, to have a reflection. And it's not having a reflection.
It's nice and quiet as well.
Okay, so when we get back. Okay, let's go here. Split.
As well.
Okay, it's got it here. So this is the part that we want to see, guys.
Wow. Wow.
So let's see if I can make it bigger. How are we going to get in? I'm still new at DaVinci, by the way, so got to figure out this. Can make that as big. I don't think it's full screen on this one. I can only do it in there. Maybe I can do it here. Okay, no. Can only do it here. But anyway, if I do it like this, then it's not going to be able to see it. Because, yeah, I can go frame by frame. But it's just too small. Anybody else know how I can make this bigger? Because if I go full screen, I can't go... See, I can't... Oh, I can. Okay, I can. There we go. Okay. Okay. You can literally see that's not a reflection. That's not a reflection. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's a reflection.
There you can literally see there's a line there.
If it was a reflection, it wouldn't be a line, would it? You know what I mean? It'd be a reflection of the back of his shirt or something, but it's not. It's a line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't make it bigger, unfortunately, but it follows exactly this crease. It follows that crease right through. So there we go. It's following the crease. Let's go through again. Following the crease.
Yeah.
And look here. Look at that white. That means they edit out there. You see that?
Yeah.
That boop, 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 white, gone, white gone, white gone. That is an edited frame, guys.
And if it was a reflection, it was a reflection of the wire.
Yep.
But I don't think it's a
But they cut
reflection
it
at
out.
all.
There's no reflection. I mean, why is that light going through your shoulder?
Yeah, I just seen that as well.
See, then it's gone, then it's there, the light. As soon as it gets here, then it's gone. Then it's gone. So who cares about the wire? Look at that. The background's lights are just gone. That shows cut frames that they got in there. So it's already showed it has been edited. Whoopsie. But that's definitely a wire. There's no doubt about that. So whoever says that's reflection, I think you need to get your eyes checked. What does chat say? So what do you guys all say about that?
Yeah, most people will say, well, on the other side are saying it's definitely a reflection, but it's not. It's not a reflection.
No. Remember we showed there's light. It shows when it's there and it's not supposed to be. And you can see the wire, mate.
Someone said it was the back of his head and his ear or something like that. But
Hey Sam, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. No, you can see it's edited. There's no ways that's not edited. There's just too much inconsistencies there. I mean, look at that. Look at the way it's moving. And look, there's no light here, but look at his shoulder. There's a light there, obviously, because there's reflection of that tablet. But look here, where's the light? Okay? But look, there's going to be there. But look, as soon as he goes past it, there the light's gone.
yeah,
So that would mean there's light going from here there, that way, correct? So he's blocking the light, apparently. So this can be a remake of that they put this in the background to have a reflection. Like his shadow is causing it. But it's definitely edited this. Look at that, now it's not even a sharp line anymore. Where's that sharp line? That's now all of a sudden after that white. Look at that. The shape changes.
So, and now super slow.
Pay attention how the shape changes on his shirt. There we go. There's the wire. It literally, you can see it flinging like this. This in here.
Yeah.
It's flinging like a wire would fling. So, can we literally just go one frame back? Check at this. Look how it's flinging, guys. Look at the behavior of that. Okay, I'm going to pause it, yeah? Now, pay attention how the behavior of that movement is. This way, you're going to look now, that right. Look how it's going to wave through here. Just like if you have a rope that waves like this, you're going to see it now. Goodbye, Flat Sabbath. Thank you for joining, mate. I'm glad you could make it. Have a great day or evening further, wherever you are. Many, many blessings.
He didn't say goodbye. He said you've got a good eye.
Oh, good eye. I thought you said goodbye. Well, then I don't have a good eye, do I? I just read goodbye. Sorry. Okay, but yeah, look how it waves like this. You're gonna see it now. Look at this. There we go. Look at that. That's a wire, guys.
Yeah.
And look now, the shape has changed on his shirt because the wire has changed position behind him. And by the way, look how angled the guy is situated. He's sitting. No one in their right mind comes. Look at that. Look how sideways he is. He's hanging on something. Pay attention again. He's falling down. Look at that. Look how sideways his body stays. This is because he's hanging from a pivot. This is pivoting. Look at this. See, now he's sitting. But why is he not straight up? Now he's falling over because that's due to pivoting. And his bum hole, I would say, his hip has already stopped moving. Now his body's moving into place because he's hanging from something by his hip. That's how it works.
On the other side now for
and those movements give it away. Okay, I'm just gonna go put it back on normal so we can watch in normal speed. But yeah, McKeegan, literally, dude, it was pathetic, the stuff you brought up here.
Itself, which I think they faded out, but at certain points we can see it giving the game away.
It's nice and quiet as well.
And now super slow motion. Look at it, see it? And you'll see it on the other side now for briefly, see?
Now, as before, the race t-shirt can be explained simply by being in 0G.
Which we just told you is fake and showed you people on the Vomit Comet showing that it's not the way. Your clothes would fall at the same rate as you. So it's not going to stay up there. It's not like the Flintstones when he says yabba dabba doo and hits and he doesn't fall. You know what I mean? Idiotic.
He's had his arm raised up past his head and he then puts it down to his side, which even on Earth can leave a lump in the material over your shoulder blade. The apparent wire, though, was a little...
He literally sees a wire there.
He does see it. He knows it.
He knows it.
more interesting. And after some digging around, I was able to work out that this was a stream done with astronauts Megan MacArthur and Thomas Piskay.
Where's Wally says you literally just debunked yourself. You just said the reflection changed shape. No, I said his shape of his shirt changed shape, not the reflection. Where's Wally?
Why would you have said reflection when we're denying reflection?
Yeah. I said, you see that reflection, the way that's walking, because you're calling it a reflection. Just like a a cable or a rope would be doing warping. I'm saying look at the reflection because that's what you guys are calling it. Not saying it is a reflection. We're not saying it's a reflection. We say it's the rope, the harness wire. So a nice way to try and misrepresent what I'm saying.
And I was able to find the original broadcast and have a look at it. Now, at the start of the broadcast, Thomas has an iPad stuck to his right leg, which is...
Look how he's... I've got to point this out quickly. Look how he's moving forward here. Oh, man. Look how he's moving forward. He's literally almost like he's trying to stay in one position.
Have a look at it.
Look how uneasy he's going to move forward here.
Now,
Okay.
at the start of the broadcast, Thomas has an iPad stuck to his right.
You see? Why do you leave your bum behind and just move your front forward? I mean, if you're moving your body. You move your whole body. When you go forward, you don't leave your backside behind and lean forward like that without going forward for something.
Leg, which is...
See there? He's literally like stretching forward.
on his leg at the time that the wire apparently makes an appearance. Because early in the broadcast, he removes the iPad from his leg and sticks it onto the edge of the white box behind him, which is exactly where the wire apparently appears.
Oh, so he's also saying it's a reflection because of the iPad. Yeah.
Seems far more likely that what we're actually seeing here is merely a reflection of his right arm.
No, it seems more likely because it's a black screen. It shows the wire harness easier. You do know if you didn't put it there, it would have been more difficult to spot. Because what happens when a light object goes in front of a dark object? It's easier to spot.
Yeah.
And by the way, if it's a reflection, he's got a blue shirt on, not a white one.
In the screen of the iPad. After all, this is a 20-minute broadcast with lots of
Look, guys, blue shirt. You guys are saying it's a reflection.
objects moving around the frame, including a basketball that they take out from the storage compartment behind them.
And a penguin, yeah. Augmented reality. Been shown this many times to happen. Or let's say they're on the Vomit Comet and they're doing 20-second shots with the objects. Do you understand how that's working? Meaning when they take it out, it's falling with them at the same rate.
That proceeds to float around and rotate quite freely for quite a long time. It's not swaying around side to side as though it was hanging from a wire like a pendulum.
But he literally moving like he's on a wire now. I'm gonna make it slow again quickly, and then I want to show you something. Let's make it half the speed. Let's just go back a touch. Look at the way he's moving here. You know how if someone's on a wire, if someone's on a wire and they're sitting sideways like that, they're gonna try and be moving like this kind of angle. Watch
It's
him.
like he's resting into a swing. You know, like you get the kids.
like
It's
he's sitting on a swing, resting on sideways on a swing. Watch how he's moving now. Look at this. Look at the pivot. Look at that. He's literally being pulled back. See, show her as well. Look. They pulled back on a pivot. There we go. His legs are going sideways. His hips are changing sideways.
Yep.
Look. Check there. He's lying sideways. He's hanging on it. There we go, like a swing.
Oh.
You just debunked yourself again, McKeegan. Wow. Brilliant. Thank you.
Storage compartment behind them. That proceeds to float around and rotate quite freely for quite a long time. It's not swaying around side to side as though it was hanging from a wire like a pendulum. So that is going to wrap up this video. Once again, thank you to my Patreon backer for offering up these examples. They were definitely interesting to look through and to break down. And as always, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't already...
Yeah, Dave, which he's probably going to watch as he usually does, but he makes excuses not to respond because, he doesn't really know how to respond. Dave, thank you for this. I think it was fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
What did he really bring, other than showing he doesn't understand how VFX works, and yeah, he doesn't have any arguments.
He's just convinced me more that it is fake.
It is
you know
fake,
what I
exactly.
mean?
Exactly. Should I bring? Should I open up Discord chat for people who want to chat for an hour or so?
Absolutely, man. I think Lucian said he wanted to come in at some point.
Yeah.
He wanted to talk about something that was earlier, but I don't know what it was. Yeah, why not?
So guys, the Discord is open for anybody who's interested in coming to chat. Just, about anything, about Dave McKeegan and what you think and your thoughts on what he presented. But yeah, you must how the guy look down at his feet to stabilize. He doesn't have to look down to know how he stabilizes. Try this video. The International Space Station harness the Olympic excitement. See if you can explain the motion show here. You won't be able to. Made in 0G. The International Space Station Olympic excitement. Okay. Let's see what it's about. Is this one? Colgate maximum protection. Is it Colgate maximum protection?
How do they keep getting oxygen up there?
With electrolysis.
Yeah.
Apparently. But I mean, we know what a slow process it is to do electrolysis, correct?
Yeah.
How the hell do they get up to replenish it all the time?
And the other thing is, if they're in zero gravity inside, wouldn't they be thrown to one side of the wall if that thing is traveling super fast?
No, it's like the vomit comet. They're falling with the ISS, apparently, tin can, so they're falling at the same rate. But you see, the problem that, like I say, they still have an orientation in the ISS, hence they keep showing this to us, which Dave McKeegan totally says they don't. By the way, Dave McKeegan, thank you for validating when you agreed that you have a reference to the sun always. So therefore 23.5 degrees tilt, aka a reference for your actual up and down on your globe. Whoops. Smith says, did you hear about the Elon Musk wearing a red armor? Yep, with the Satan on it. The goat, not the greatest things. Exactly, yeah, but Elon Musk is a very evil guy. Not a South African I'm very proud of, guys. Music, sorry. But we don't need music for this. What are we going to do? They're going to be vomit comet, okay? No wires needed here.
Like, the people in charge know it's all fake. Why don't we? Or why don't people?
You can do this on the vomit comet. What's the issue here? Are you claiming that they use wires here? Where's Wally?
That last clip. Look at him. Like that guy. Look at the rear of his pants when he does this flip.
The back guy. Let me go back. The one with the tiger on him.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I just saw it as well. Oh. Wait. I'm gonna slow it down. The back guy. I'm gonna keep my cursor there. I also just saw something.
Him. Well,
Wait.
he does a front flip or something.
There we go. There it is. It was in front of the woman. It had like a reflection. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna try and pause it on the reflection when it reflects.
This guy almost falls to the front one, actually falls to the ground.
But you see why on this part, I mean, look how far spaced apart they are. It's possible to be having wires. But did I go that far back? No, I wanted to go where it shows the wire, where it does the flip. Because I want to see that wire again.
Looks like the back of his pants are being pulled up.
Yeah, but I'm going to see now. Wait. Wait, come on. It's going to be like now. There we go. Shit, there we, it's difficult on here. Okay, let's try it again. Try this again. Come on. Gonna see if I can pause it on where it shows the reflection. There we, why did they pause? Did you see that? It's like white lines there. This is insane.
And have you ever noticed that they film in 30 frames per second? I mean, with all their money that they spend, you think they'd get better cameras, but 30 frames per second is easier to edit than 120.
Yeah, but they do it. They do it for reasons just like with their compression. Remember, they want to hide everything. It literally can't freeze on that frame. It's like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, I've seen some of it.
It looks like a white little speck. You'll see by her crotch area. So I'd put it. Okay, come on. I want to try and pause it again. And pause. There we go. There's a white, and it moves with him, frame by frame. I'm gonna try print screen. Whoop.
The other thing is you should count how many seconds that they make the clip. You said like, 20
There we
seconds
go.
to do.
Yeah, there we go. There's the wire. And this wire, you'll see, moves with the frame like that way as it goes around. Is that what you wanted, Wes Wally? Another debunk of that they don't use wires while we can see a wire? It helps to have such a nice big screen, by the way.
It's actually pulling that person's jacket.
So there's a wire, Wally. Not what you wanted to hear, did you? Hey, Altec Industries, thank you for coming, mate. So, let's see if we can see some more fun with this. If I can maybe show it. I'm going to try and get it at an earlier frame. But keep an eye out again at that person's crotch, as I can say. Okay, see, there's nothing yet, guys. And there we go. It just moved up. I think I'm gonna have to move this into where was it? 3 minutes. 3 minutes into DaVinci, yeah. Or I can open it in.
Yeah, I do see some.
I think VSDC might work better for this. Is that not the lady zip? So the lady zip moves while she's standing still.
You know, for all the training that you have to go through to be an astronaut, you think they'd get some healthier people, like people that are more in shape.
yeah, be able to do proper somersaults and that, you know.
Blank project. No, finish. Okay, let's get you in here. Downloads. I said 3 minutes, correct? So we can go to 210. Alright, let's go to cutting and splitting.
Stone, is that sarcasm?
But yeah, see what you're on about. Wow, I had no idea they were speaking space. Incredible. Can't believe we've been lied to.
I guess the Avengers movies are all fake then, huh, too?
How dare you say that? It must
Not
be real.
Avengers.
It looks so fake, it must be real.
If
That's an Elon Musk quote.
Marvel might be fake, but DC can't be fake, you know? Definitely not. Superman's real.
There's another wire on the other side. We just got another wire.
I refuse to watch Marvel
There we
movies.
go. There we go. There's another wire. Thank you very much, Wally, for showing us more wires. What a backfire. How do I get this now to full screen?
Like, it's actually getting really bad because people, I'll watch movies with people, right? And the whole time I'm just cringing. Like, no matter what movie it is. I don't even enjoy there's only a few movies I like now.
Look, there.
Same.
There we go. So he's literally... Oh, man. Look at that.
And I swear, if they make one more movie with Matt Damon, Jesus.
Look at that.
Help me.
Look at that, guys. It's following the reflection. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Yep. See it. Taking out his bomb. Taking out his bomb.
Oh, brilliant. Is that what you wanted to hear, Wally? Is that what you wanted to hear, Wally? $2 super chat from Face Reality. Thank you very, very much. Shouldn't astronauts be space traveling versus backflips? Thank you very much for your super challenge. For your super challenge. Super chat, mate. I really, really appreciate it. Hey, Black Circle, thank you for coming. So I don't think that's what Where's Wally wanted to see, because he was thinking, how am I going to work out their movements here? And what have we been working out their movements? Them showing they got wires.
What's really messed up is that they just do like aerobics, and if this is such an amazing thing, they should be doing like chemistry experiments and shit like that up there and physics experiments. Instead they do flips. Like, what a waste of time.
But look at this. What's he trying to hold you? Look at
it. Slip says wire on my ass. Yeah, the wire was coming out of his ass.
Exactly. Look at that. What's he trying to hold? Look, even this guy, he's trying to reach. Okay. Why are they reaching at the same time up? Oh, would that be because they're on the vomit comet? Uh-oh. Because if they're reaching for the same time up or down, it's because they're on the vomit comet. Remember, like I said, it's like every 10 or 20 seconds they can only do this. So that means that the parabolic move is over, so they got to get to the same positions. And he's going to flip again. There we go. There's another reflection again. Wire. Following. There we go. It's following. Oh, thank you, Where's Wally? Appreciate it, mate. They used wires. Whoopsie. So you guys are both in Discord?
Yeah. I thought I might as well jump in Discord. 'Cause if anybody comes in, that's where we'll come to.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you very much. Where's Wally for debunking your globe once again? He says, I love how you do failure. So what failure have I been doing here, Wise Wally? We literally showed the same guy having wires on both sides. I mean, he flipped the one way and he showed a wire on the other side of his butthole, and from the other way having the wire again. Both having reflections off the same woman.
I just looked up how much it costs to go on one of those zero-G flights.
Yeah.
$9,500.
That's ridiculous. That's about £6,000. That's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
That is... Wow.
Crazy.
So, Mr. Where's Wally? Would you explain to us why they need wires if they're in zero-G? So that would be great if you can tell us why they require wires for zero-G. Yeah. What am I giving up? Where's Wally? I literally just showed them with wires. You asked me to see what they're doing there, and I said, well, I showed you they got wires, so what's more to give up? I don't understand. Richard G, that's a brilliant point. Guys, where's the junkyard that's orbiting Earth all the time?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's thousands and thousands of space debris, and yet nothing can be seen or shown to be hitting into anything, nothing. I mean, what the hell is going on? There's no such thing as space junk. Space doesn't exist. Not as a vacuum. I guess no Glober wants to come in to defend their nonsense.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah. Michael's leaving you messages, PJ.
Oh, is he? Oh, because I'm out of element now.
So, any baller want to come in? Nick, I think that Nick is still here. Or is Nick gone already? Aw. Again, thanks for the super chats, guys. Really, really appreciate it. It really, really does support me very well.
And hey,
yeah.
if you sign up now and put your email into the website, you get $200 off.
Wow. Such a brilliant. I mean, we get asked a lot. I get asked a lot by the Globers. What if you get a ticket for free to go up to space? Would you still believe it? I would say, but I'm not going to space. So there's nothing to believe because I would know it's just a simulation. It's fake. I'm not.
You'd have to pay me so much money not to, and I still wouldn't go.
Yeah, but going to where? Where do they take you exactly? I mean, look at Dude Perfect. When they try to take them to so-called space, they put them on a simulator to practice on what they should do, literally to just sit still, and then when you're up there, take your what's the name of the belts. It's so easy to fake that shit.
It's like as soon as a YouTube channel gets super big and with a certain amount of subscribers and followers, it's like then the government comes in and is like, hey, we're going to let you do this to furthermore our lie so that all of your followers believe you because they don't believe us.
Yeah, it's crazy. Where's Wally? Just because people track space junk doesn't mean it's actually there. I mean, look at last night when we were going through Bob the Coward guy, saying he validated the ISS position with the Doppler effect. Literally when it can be debunked just by having two radio signals. Two different radio signals from tower to tower. Hey, Glopia Review, thank you for coming. Realistically, we can also reach the near Kármán line where air is too thin to travel or stay afloat. Mr. Aldrich, thank you for coming. Yeah, but the incompetence comes from the globe side. It is crazy.
And like I said, space is for kids. to want to go and be an astronaut.
Yep.
For everybody else, it's like a TV show.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So Mr. Dave McKeegan, I guess his show's over. look what Sean's showing, guys. Flatsheet proves again how ignorant and dishonest he is. Sorry, what have I been dishonest with, and how have I been ignorant of anything?
Hard shit to understand, to comprehend, Flatzoid. It really isn't. Not for semi-intelligent people, anyway.
Would that be ad hom? You know, usually when you give it ad hom, it means you don't have an argument. But I'll be interested to hear what his excuse is for this.
The video you brought out is sad. I'm sorry, it's beyond sad. It's desperate.
Mm-hmm.
It's desperate, mate.
And that's just more projection from Flatzoid.
So he should you talk.
Sorry, how's that projection? Because I'm literally taking Dave McKeegan's debunk. So I'm presenting his present of a debunk. How's it projecting if I'm saying it's sad and desperate? Because I'm not presenting it, I'm demolishing his so-called debunk of the debunks, or whatever it is. Come, Sean, just give us something. Give us something.
It's impossible to liken it. I
But
mean,
that-
come on.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing. It might be a fun point, but that's literally how it works with these guys. They
Yeah.
are harnesses.
You show a movie that's full of CGI. To debunk something that's meant to be full of CGI. That's great.
Now, as though being pulled by a wire. Firstly, it must be remembered that on Earth our clothes naturally drop due to gravity, which keeps them fairly tight against our skin.
Called drape. I misspoke too. Fabric doing that is called drape. Just as a side.
Okay. Can you actually give an argument, Sean? I mean, we're watching this boring drivel from you to see if you're actually going to give an argument.
Like I said, it falls at the same rate as you, Dave. So falling at the same rate as you won't keep it back up. Black ice. Oh, sorry, black.
I mean, just that statement right there. That statement right there proves that he doesn't have a fucking clue.
Okay, elaborate.
I mean, if you've got two turtles that are moving at the same rate, Flatzoid,
Yeah.
and you take one turtle and you pull him back, pick him up and move him back an inch, is he gonna go? is he gonna speed up to the other turtle? Right? Is he gonna?
Okay, false equivalent. And this is why I say Sean is my waste of time, guys. Do you understand what he just said? The guy's shirt, is on him. It's literally connected to him. It's on him, correct?
Yeah.
And the shirt
Yeah.
falls at the same rate with him. So therefore, what's going to happen? It's not going to say, I'm your shirt, I'm going to stay back. He's taking two turtles that are not connected to each other and moving one backwards and saying, well, why is he not going forward with the other one? What a moron. It's not even in the same equivalence. It's false equivalence fallacy. Full stop. That's why do you guys think I always laugh at Sean? He doesn't ever bring actual arguments. The ones he does bring is so moronic, my 4-year-old son would make him laugh at him.
To speed up and then walk at the? Is he gonna? Or is that turtle gonna be back here and they're walking real slow, right? Or if he,
Okay, let me draw it quickly in paint for Mr. Globies. And by the way, they love it when I draw in paint. Because, a graphic designer draws on paint, yeah, because it's free. Let's do this. By the way, it's containment. This would be the ISS or the Vomit Comet. Then you got a person, shirt. Let's say this is his shirt. And this is the person inside. Okay? I'm drawing it like that. What's going to happen? They're all falling at the same rate. The person is falling this way, correct? The shirt is falling this way, correct? And the vomit comet or ISS is falling this way, correct? All at the same rate, Sean. Why must the shirt stay behind when they're falling at the same rate? You saying now, if he moves, the shirt is supposed to stay behind while he moves. What's happening? The shirt's supposed to be connected to him, correct? So it means it will move down with him. You moron. Okay, I guess that's enough for Sean Hawkins because he's just gonna put my blood pressure up. Because he's an idiot. But yeah, guys, that's the kind of arguments we get from people like Sean Hawkins. He literally doesn't know the first thing about anything in physics, to be honest.
Surprised Brenda didn't show up.
Oh, she's blocked and banned from Discord. Shim or him, or whatever it is. No, I'm sick and tired of Brenda's playing victim and lying the whole time. And, you know, butting in by arguments that know nothing about. So, enough is enough.
Yep.
Squirt says, if you got an art degree, why do you use something as terrible as paint? Because it pisses you guys off. It's fun to piss you guys off. I mean, I can use Corel Draw, I can use Photoshop or whatever, but why? Why must I pay for those programs where paint is free and it pisses you guys off that I use paint? It does exactly the same thing.
It's not like you're doing any art stuff while you're on a stream, you know? it's not like you're doing a masterpiece.
No, I'm just using it to explain things to these guys.
No.
So yeah, that's very simple stuff. But yeah, Sean Hawkins, cheers, mate. Keep up the sad work. Very delusional. Is there still no Globers that want to come in? Got a god. Thanks for ignoring it. Thank you, Eduardo, for coming. I don't know what I ignored, but thank you, I guess.
Yeah, he said. I heard him. He said earlier that no, you haven't got any respect for this channel. Hasn't got any respect for its members. His membership was gifted to him. You know what I mean? It's not like he went out.
Who said that? Eduardo.
You know.
But Eduardo's not a member.
No, I know, but he said that he was gifted one a few weeks ago, but apparently he was blocked from this channel, so he lost it or something. I don't know, but that's what he was whinging about to Godzilla earlier, saying that he gifted him a membership and he got blocked from the channel. And
did he pay for it?
No, Godzilla gifted him it.
Yeah, and by the way, did he maybe step the bounds that got him to get blocked?
Exactly.
Yeah. Usually if you step the bounds, you get blocked. It's stay by the rules, and it's as simple as that. The rules applies for everybody.
I don't think he's been blocked since he presented, has he?
No, he hasn't. But that's a good point, Taylor. Are we going to just let these ISS defenders beg the question of orbital motion in a vacuum? No, we're not. Like I said in the beginning, it violates the natural law of thermodynamics, and yet they are not going to even try and fight it, because they know it does violate it. Clothes in space, i.e. 0D, draped differently. It freaks out you guys, so funny. Draping doesn't change in 0G, mate. It falls at the same rate as you. I literally showed video footage of people in the Vomit Comet falling with their clothes, not staying behind while they go down. It doesn't decide.
Godzilla membership does not equal immunity. Sorry, plus.
Yeah, no, it's true. Exactly, Godzilla. Membership does not equal immunity. If they can't stick with the rules, but that's the problem with these Globers. They always want to play victim. They overstep the rules and then they want to play victim. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, so I guess we can end the stream now because Dave McKeegan is demolished. and no Globus coming on to defend their bullshit.
No.
Yeah, and then I can get some sleep in.
Yeah.
Obviously-
that's a good idea.
Obviously, there's no stream tonight that's coming tomorrow, Tuesday, because it's off night. So, guys, go and join some ball busters. Then I'll see you guys again on Wednesday.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. And I think on the 23rd, when's the 23rd? Yeah, the 23rd is Wednesday. Gonna have on FE Pilot. He wants to come present Earth Curve. So if he doesn't check it out, the 23rd I'll be having FE Pilot on presenting his observations for Earth Curve.
Is the 23rd, not Thursday? Am I wrong?
Wednesday. Well, no, we're already on
No, it's
Tuesday. You're
Thursday.
right, it's Thursday. We're already on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
23rd.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Thursday. If he doesn't chicken out or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks everybody for coming. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for liking the channel and sharing it. Thank you all just for coming. You guys rock. By the way, the poll ended with 153 votes to Dave just makes excuses for his religion. 43% say yes, he has no choice, and no, just no, 57%. So yeah, it was very simple. Dave didn't have an argument tonight. And if he wanted to, he can always come and have a live discussion with me, and we can see what he really knows. So yeah, thanks all for coming. Really, really appreciate you guys. Rock. Thank you. By the way, thank you, Mr. Wes Wally, for bringing us more footage that we shown fake.
Yeah.
So that was cool. No, 4 more hours though. If it was earlier, I'd say yeah, but that's quite tiring at this time of night. Remember, I got little children, so I don't get much sleep as it is. Yeah, so it's good to see you guys. Thank you all for coming. Like I said, I'll see you guys Wednesday, so that will be the 22nd. It's the 21st now, so tomorrow on my day. You guys are awesome. Many, many blessings, and may the pressure be with you. Cheers.